Good morning, Clint Morgan here with Cynthia, Jauch, and I just want to ask her a few questions. She shows up on videos so great all the time. Really love seeing her videos up there. She's a really inspiring woman to me. I feel like this is probably the second time I've actually caught up in real life, but I feel like I know her so well. So I just wanted to ask her a few questions about her life, how she lives, what she's all about, so you guys can get to know her a little bit better. I can get to know her a little bit better. So Cynthia, welcome. Thank you for joining me.
It's so great to be here.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful day.
It's a lovely day. We're down here in Burleigh Park, just enjoying some sunshine. So first up, Cynthia, just wanted to I guess in a nutshell, just give us a little background about yourself, where you're from, how you came to be here.
Perfect. I was born in Brisbane. I'm one of 6, so I was part of a big family. I grew up being really rebellious. I was always the bit of the challenged one that kind of questioned everything and tried to do things my own way, always stood out. And growing up, that was a little bit hard because people kind of, try to squash you down when you stand out a bit. And then as I went through my teen years, I learned that it was actually a gift, and it was something that, even though I stood out, that's obviously why people were going to see me. And to just embrace that, to be really, I guess, authentically myself, and know that the people who were supposed to be in my life and who were supposed to be close to me would, and then the other people would just see me, point their fingers at me and walk away, and that was okay. So me in a nutshell at the moment, I'm doing coaching, I do Reiki healing, I'm traveling, blogging, doing some YouTube videos. I'm getting into public speaking a lot more and continuing to just grow myself and be a message in my life, be really authentic, and let that be what I teach people, and let that be my legacy, just really embracing all of the values that I'm wanting to advocate and teach people. Thanks, Clint.
Thank you. Just something I want to touch on there, and I guess it's something that I've faced challenges with, and I know there's a lot of people out there that are probably facing similar challenges, is when you said that you were different.
Yeah.
And you stood out, and you had different ways of thinking, and instead of conforming to how everyone else is thinking, you still show up as yourself. So, what goes through your mind? Do you worry about what people are thinking, or just explain a little bit about that, how you get through that challenge?
For me, the biggest challenge was probably when I left high school. A lot of times when I was in a school situation, I wasn't really too concerned. I was never really peer pressured into doing anything. For myself, that was just this inner knowing that I was the one who was going to end up dealing with whatever consequences of the choices that I had made, and being able to take full responsibility for the choices. So thinking about what was the outcome of a choice, and if I was wanting to make that choice based on someone else's desire, when I was going to have to deal with the consequence, or take responsibility for what I was wanting to get the outcome for, and how I was wanting to feel. And if I was wanting to feel content and happy in my life, I needed to do what, based on my own experience, was best for me. And when I left school, that was a little bit more difficult, because I had a lot more pressure around getting a job and supporting myself and taking care of myself and becoming an adult. And there wasn't really many options provided to me that would suit being different and being able to be more creative or be more authentic, because a lot of what was out there was about being one particular way. So it was about just finding that faith in myself, that just because something wasn't created doesn't mean it won't be, and that I can't create it, and that if I continued to stay really authentic to myself, that things would present themselves and that I would be supported. And as I continued to, I guess, cross each hurdle and challenge along the way, different things just kept showing up in order to encourage that was going to be all right, and that I would be able to create new things and I'd be able to pave a new way for myself, and different supportive people would come along the way, and I would have different people who was encouraging and feeling inspired by what I was doing. So making sure that I overcame those, I guess, fears about accepting myself and about if others would accept me, and continuing along to see how well that was actually impacting others in a positive way, and it wasn't just about me feeling good about myself, and to just continue going along the way, learning more about how to be authentic and removing any obstacle in the way that would enable you to be more authentic.
Beautiful. Yeah, I see. I can resonate with that. It's like the more you do it and the more you see the feedback come from others when you're doing it, then it's like, well, it encourages you to be more and be more. You see them heal and grow through you being yourself, and it's a really powerful tool just to show up with you. So thank you for being you.
That's okay. Thank you for being you too.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so we see you up in videos here all the time, and you know, we see you going to the beach, seeing you drive around in your car, playing music, and you know, your lifestyle looks awesome. But I guess to the viewers, it could look like, you know, you're always just doing these fun sort of stuff. Is there, which obviously you do, but do you? And I think this is a thing of people's perception. People that sort of work for themselves is like they live these awesome lifestyle. But I know for myself, there's a lot of work and there's a lot of self inventory and self healing and working on my craft that goes into it. So give us, I guess, a rundown of your day, how that sort of pans out for you.
Probably the most important thing to my day would be my morning ritual, and at first that was challenging to consistently stick to one, or to consistently stick to the same one. I feel that it set up my day in the way of my intention when I wake up, my state that I'm going to be in throughout the day, how I present to any challenge, how I present to any person along my way, my business myself, doing coaching and healing work. I need to be really present, and if I'm going to grow that business and be successful and continue to grow, I need to be at my best. So having that morning ritual is making sure that I'm honouring myself and that I'm in the best state of mind that I can be for whatever happens throughout the rest of the day. And if things don't always go to plan, that I'm always able to come back to myself and find that centre and that peace, because I've set myself up that I can see what my day is going to be like, and it just alleviates that pressure as well. You become more effective as a person to be able to deal with any obstacles or challenges that you face throughout the day. There is quite a lot, particularly for myself. It's still, compared to a lot of people in the industry, it's still quite new to me, so I'm still learning. And I think showing up as a humble student in any situation, because we are always both student and a teacher. Our example can teach others, but we are also learning in every single situation. So having that mentality enables me to be able to react from my intuition, to be able to trust myself, and to know that I'm going to learn and to not take it really personally.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. And so you've been posting on videos for Great now for a few months. What would you say you've experienced from putting yourself out there and posting other videos, like in terms of growth or?
Oh, tremendous growth. I've actually had quite a few people send me messages when I've shared some of the videos from Videos for Great on my own page, and just saying that they've noticed the change in how I speak, and they've really enjoyed my message. So it's really helped to even inspire me, as well as inspiring others. That's helped me have that motivation to keep going, and allowed me to feel a deeper sense of love to becoming more authentically myself. So through the last few months, it's been quite a transformational experience for deeper love of self, and for stepping more into my power, and realising my own gifts and how I can utilise them for my business, and how I can utilise them to, I guess, aid other people.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, last question. What's your message? If you could give the guys out there one message for the day, for their life to live by, what would that be?
For me, the thing that I find that I always hold true to my heart, which is simple, and I think that makes it easy to to remember and easy to come back to is a mantra that I got when I was 15 and I was going through my own challenges of self-love and acceptance. And it was kind of a message that I found inside when I went inside myself, and that's be real, be true, be honest, and be you.
Beautiful. Be you. I love that. I love that. I love that. Okay, cool. Thanks, Cynthia. Really awesome. Give us a hug.
Thanks, Clint.
Thanks for coming down. Thank you. Thank you.
Peace, love, and light.
Peace, love, and light. Namaste.
Namaste.